Good evening, curling fans. Don, I see you in the chat there doing your little grading your exams. Hope this is a nice, enjoyable match for you. Welcome to everybody else. We are Curdia, if you didn't know. Tonight we've got an open doubles match. So normally you have mixed doubles, which is the Olympic sport, which is one man, one woman playing as a team. We have more male players than female players in Belgium, so we ended up having to create a second doubles league that anybody could join. So we have 9 teams.
Yeah, I think we have even 10 teams in the open one. I think 9 in the other one, 10 in the open one.
Okay, so we have 10 couples, males.
Yeah, so 9 games. That's
9 games. That's it. That's where the number comes from. And so tonight we're going to be seeing a couple of new teams. New pairings, to be honest. So we have Team Heylen, that is Dirk Heylen and his son Jeroen. Now, Dirk has been on broadcasts many times. Jeroen actually just started playing competitively this year, although he's been around the sport off and on for quite a few years due to his father. So they are playing as Team Heylen, very original, but you never know. Father and son going up against Team WiiT. WiiT. I don't know how we're going to say it. WiiT. We're going to call it WiiT.
WiiT. I haven't checked with the team how they would like to be called, but it's the same for us, and it's also hard to pronounce. But yeah, they're Timo. Timo is a skip of the Belgian national men's team, and he's playing together with Wim. And Wim is playing with Steengoed. They play in League B in the regulars, and also Wim is one of the kind of old timers here. Not because he's old, but he's been around for so long here in Belgian curling. He's part of the kind of the senior memberships and that kind of stuff. So. We have some couple of mini stories about this game and this lineup. But before we kind of go into the details of the game, well, let's talk about the format here, because this open doubles, this means a lot of new teams. Last year we had a doubles league, but it was all kind of in one league basically, men, women.
It was basically an exercise open league.
Indeed.
And this year we have an open 10-team open league, and we have a 9-team mixed doubles league. So no more crossing. I mean, it would have been interesting if all those teams had played, but there's quite a few people playing in the open doubles as well as the mixed doubles. So it wouldn't really be 19 teams in total.
True.
But still quite a lot more people interested in the doubles this year, which is great. We've got quite a few new teams out here. But yeah, for tonight, it's going to be open doubles. So same rules as standard doubles, 1 stone out, 5 stones each team. So the only thing we're looking at is just the pairings are going to be whoever you want it to be. So
yeah, let's have a look at the standings to kind of see what this league looks like. We have a couple of new teams. I think for people watching Curdia last season, you'll remember some names like Campina, Michel and Jose, Curling Stones, Double Trouble. Those were all teams that played in the doubles league last year. But then we have some new teams, of course. I think Button Smashers is a new one. I think Game of Stones, new team. Team Heylen, WiiT, those are the newcomers. But then again, it's not because it's a new team that means they're new players. They're just kind of different mixtures of players we kind of know. We haven't had that many games so far. A lot of the focus was at the regular league in the winter round, League A and League B. But now the doubles are starting to ramp up, and they will go all the way up till March. So a lot of games, probably the beginning of next year will be packed with doubles games starting about now. And I think, you can see already that top teams in the league already have their first victories. I'm obviously talking about Team Curdia. That's we're second because that's just barely because we didn't throw the best LSD so far, although it's not the worst. I remember, I think I didn't manage to put a stone in the house, but John did a very good LSD. Wasn't that,
you were in the house, but barely in the house. It was all, we both have counting stones, but mine happened to be like 4 centimeters from the putt pit. So much better.
Yeah, 4 teams with a win. So 4 teams with their first 2 points. Michel and Jose, they have already had a loss, so that's why they're 4th, and then the others are just ranked by LSD. But looking at this league, John, who would you think is the favorite? I think there will be some kind of playoff. I don't really know by heart how many teams will move on to the playoffs, or if there will be a playoff. I know this open doubles league is not kind of the official league, so it could just be a round robin with the winner having that kind of the brag trophy, but there's no kind of real official Belgium Curling Association trophy attached to this league.
Well, that's sad. I didn't know that.
I don't know for sure. They don't have a cup or a trophy or whatever. This is just for for the sportsmen.
Should put a plaque up or something. We've got plenty of wall space around here. They should put something up on the board.
The Curdia trophy.
Maybe,
No, we compete in this league, so that's not.
Yeah,
we can't really show off with our own trophy. That would be weird.
Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Anybody who's watched this, I'm pretty vain. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I think in terms of favorites, I'm gonna go with maybe Plastique van Looy, Michel and José, the housekeepers combos, and then Campina is always a strong team. That's Walter and Stefan. Yeah, they had a bit of adjustments starting last season. We won against Campina with our first game, but then they started to play a lot better. I think I expect a lot from Team WiiT as well, because that's basically Timo and Wim. They also played very strong with their other doubles teams. And I don't know what to expect from Button Smashers. Button Smashers is Tuur and Gerry. Gerry plays with N19. Tuur is a member of Team Verreycken Men's national team, so that could be a strong combo there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many teams. If you look at all 10 teams, it can go either way. Any way. I know that the Game of Stone guys, this is their first year ever playing doubles, so it's going to be a bit of an adjustment for them.
Mm-hmm.
But for the rest of them, everybody's got some experience with it, and anybody can win on any day. I think it's going to be, and I'm not even writing Game of Stones out of it. It's just,
no, true.
It is a bit of an adjustment coming from the 4-man game to the doubles, and it's like remembering the different rules, when you can do takeouts, what takeouts you can play, that kind of thing. So, the no-tick rule, I know, catches a lot of people off guard when it does come into play. So it's, although that doesn't work in doubles.
Yeah, so the game is very close to starting. Let's have a look at the schedule and then make our predictions before we go to the game. Not that much warm-up time here with the doubles league. So looking at the schedule, in our series of 5, 2 weekends in a row, we have now the doubles going on today and tomorrow. John, I hope you will survive.
Yeah,
if I'm here all alone by myself tomorrow, it's because the old man
is trying not to die on camera.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of predictions, as you can see, it's 3-0 for the guy here. But that will change. I think for the 4 teams game, that's way of the past. And the doubles, I'm going to show that I'm an expert here. But you have the courtesy of making the first prediction. That's something I've remembered.
I have to go with Team WiiT. I have to go with Timo and Wim. I know those guys. I've played with them. I've played against them. And, I think because of the X factor of Jeroen not having as much experience as everybody else on the ice, is that going to be a factor? Now in doubles, there's a lot less takeouts. It's just a lot more draws, finding your weight. So, but I'm still going to go with Team WiiT on this one.
Yeah, normally I really like to counterpick, but I think today I'm going to have to follow you here. It's not going to... I'm not going to be able to catch up with you in the score, but yeah, I think just Timo, very strong player. He was doubles champion last year, so for that alone, he should be kind of favorite to win this game. And he was also playing with Wim, known as a very strong player. We have that little Steengoed competition there within the game, so I'm gonna follow you there. And there's also a poll going on our Instagram account. Let's have a quick peek what the standings are there. I think, Team Heylen is fan favorite so far, so they have about 2/3 of the votes going for Team Heylen. That's interesting. So it's kind of Curdia boot against our fan base out there.
Yeah. Anybody out there in chat, put in the comments who you think is going to win. And I see they've already thrown the first stone, so why don't we let's pop on over to the ice and continue
to the near camera.
Near camera, thank you. There we go. All right, so I can see that Team Heylen put the first stone in. They were. That means WiiT has the hammer. I'll get this right again. Cool. Curls that one around that front stone. Nice setup there for WiiT.
WiiT has the hammer.
WiiT has the hammer.
All right.
And some of you may notice that we are actually broadcasting not from our usual C sheet. We are on B today, so hence slightly different camera angles. You'll notice that we have ice on both sides. Right next door over on sheet A, we have battle for second place going on in the A division. It's Grey Ducks against Desperate Housekeepers. So we'll keep you guys up to date on that. And with this new camera position, we'll be able to kind of give you guys some live peek-ins as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think for people who are trying to have a peek at sheet A, it's much easier to follow that game in the background as well. I think that's why we chose the hashtag raise the bar at the beginning of the season. We actually hope at some point we can raise the bars of the lightings and then have the B sheets or permanent broadcast sheets. That could open up so much opportunities, but that's...
Ik zal er gewoon eentje proberen te leggen. Is zo wat hard? Nou, een manenblusser.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, they play with beer t-shirts, and apparently they have a language that every weight of takeouts is sponsored by a beer. Right?
That will be interesting to follow. Maybe
Waar is hem?
maybe some sponsorships coming their
veel
way.
vallen.
This one looks a bit outside.
Laat hem maar gewoon doen. Ik heb u een tikje te veel uitgegeven.
I'm not sure, was this the first stone or the second stone from Wim? I think it was...
That was the first stone?
Ja.
Wait.
We'll figure it out.
1, 2, 3. I see 3 out there. Yes, so that was the second stone from Wim. This should be the third one from Dirk. Second one from Dirk. Yeah. Wait. This is what we get for doing our intro while they're starting their stones. We'll catch up. Don't worry.
So Dirk just came back from Finland, where he was coaching the junior women's team over at the World Juniors B.
Oh,
Interesting.
I like that. I think we're going to click that one. That's a pretty good little movement of stones there.
Ah, en deze ligt shot. De rechtijs geraken we daar niet aan. Een duvel?
Oh, yep. Yep, they have names for everything. It'll be curious to see what their lighter stones are called, what their super heavy stones are called.
Yep.
The guard is maybe some kind of alcohol-free beer.
Yep. Vegen Wim, vegen Wim.
Oh.
Dat kun je geen 2 keer.
Maybe not what was asked, but hey, you know, it kind of moves things around, puts the yellow, I believe, in shot position. Trying to remember, when was the last time we broadcast a doubles match? It was much earlier in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't really know when and what game that was, to be honest. I think it was the Housekeepers
It was
game.
Housekeepers Derby, yeah. Yep.
So I don't know what date that was.
It was about 3
Beginning of
weeks ago, I
December,
believe.
wasn't it the weekend after the Euros?
Could be. That one taps it close. Not sure whose shots. Not easy from
Ik
this
denk als we
angle.
raken wat we zien, zijn die 2
I
roden
think it's
weg.
yellow. You think it's
Anders
red?
pakken we de guard mee.
Yeah, it could be yellow. It's
Terug
hard
een
to see.
duvel.
However, these reds are a bit exposed, so looking for a double out here, I think. Duvel is slightly stronger beer, so this is going to be a slightly stronger stone, I believe. Actually, I wouldn't say slightly stronger. It's a strong beer.
Duvel is considered a
Ah, zat een tikje naar buiten.
pretty strong one.
A little bit outside, gets the tap, moves one of them out of the way. Fortunately for them, that
Rechts binnen ook.
first red still stays a little bit wide. Down to last stones for each team. I don't want to call them skip stones because double teams don't often have skips.
You don't really have a. It's basically just an equal.
Yeah, it's
Team,
it's a
basically.
partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50-50. So we'll call them last stones. Unless somebody in chat can correct me and is more familiar with the terminology. Looks like there's a scrape coming off that off the hack line. Hack that Jeroen just came off of. This one's gonna hit on the yellow. Is it gonna
a little
drop?
bit?
Yeah,
That's a double takeout. They
Both
are
of them out.
exposed though, but at least they're forcing Team WiiT or Team WiiT to
Let's
score
say
1
WiiT.
point here. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna go WiiT. That's
Yeah, it looks
More-
like they're gonna draw it up the side. They've got the
Klein
backing with
tikje
the
meer.
yellow there.
Ja.
Now though,
Oei.
I think
yeah. I think you're right, John. I think Timo just discovered the big scratch. You can see it all the way from
Yeah.
the hack.
wondering if that's coming off of because I noticed Jeroen was kind of dragging the whole top of his foot on the ice, which is normally okay. But if you happen to have a little piece of plastic or something on your shoelaces, then I've seen that in initiations where somebody had some hiking shoes on and everything looked fine, but then you notice that I noticed they were just dragging the top of their foot completely flat on the ice, and this plastic was digging into it. So will be something to watch out for.
Yeah, we had a big initiation prior to this game. Some kind of company Christmas event.
We didn't hear them mention a speed or a beer name, so no idea what they call this speed. They are looking just for a draw.
Zeker snel genoeg.
He likes the speed. This basically
Denkt,
just needs
is
to
het
be
tikje
half.
hard, maar hij zal wel stoppen.
Needs to be all the way in the white plus a little bit.
And this is okay.
Right there, it's just kissing the
So
button.
1 point for Team WiiT.
Good end there from both teams. Think pretty solid. Just trying to play things smart. Already got the button clicked for shot of the match with Dirk's double there. So basically he moved 3 stones. So I'm really looking to see that. We'll look at that one again. These doubles matches go a lot faster than than the standard matches.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fewer stones to clean up. You do have to set 2 out there, but those go pretty quick. Although I can see Timo is already ready to throw, and Wim is just still getting these first stones set up. But and, for those of you semi-new to or new to the doubles game, you'll notice that some teams choose different tactics. Some will have like the sweeper go with it. Some will have the broom set
We
down
mogen
there,
van mij ook
and
ijs
then just
geven. Hè?
the
Dus,
slider will sweep
wel
her
dat je
own.
zelf
But
kiest.
you'll see a lot of teams will start early on
Yep.
like this and
Allee, het mag ook niet Carolus
try to
classics
time
zijn,
it and
hè.
figure it out.
Yep.
The Golden Corollas. That's what he just said.
So confusing for opponents. Like, what the hell are they?
Yeah. Because that to me is a strong
Oh,
beer,
veel ruimte.
although it's sweet.
Yeah, just surprisingly strong.
Tikje
Is
hard zeker?
a good way
Welk?
to surprise their friends. Something that is kind of a
Ja,
sweeter,
kunnen we wel
dark beer.
wachten.
Now this one needs to get over.
It's just not curling enough.
Oké.
Hi, Wayne.
Ah.
Good to see you. Being
Wayne.
retired is
Naar
another
buiten
good way
zitten,
to watch.
blijven gaan.
Ja. Ja,
I
blijft
believe
wel,
that. So this one's a little bit exposed, but No takeouts yet.
Oh, they switched.
Yep, that is another rule with doubles is that you don't have to stay in the same throwing order the entire match. So this is actually Dirk throwing first.
Waar je aan het roepen? Ah. Ja, ik dacht, ik had niet in het huis verstaan. Ik had iets van lijn verstaan. Dus daarmee...
Enkelsnelheid!
I hope they are not switching every end because it's give us. some
Then
more
we
work.
might just have to have the wrong names on the shots if they keep switching on
Yeah.
us.
Is that passing? Nope.
No, that
Tapping
one
the
just
guard.
catches the guard. Both of them trying to sweep it to get it into the house, but doesn't quite get there.
Teams op.
All right, chance for Team Heylen to
Whoa.
get in there. Yeah, you see the scratch mark on the ice again
Mm-hmm.
on the other end. So, but I don't think Jeroen is thrown from that side. So, not sure if that was him or. Trying to plug up the hole here, defend that their shot stone.
This one can curl very nicely.
Trying to get this one as deep as they can. That's a pretty nice shot. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I think might just be a little bit short of the house.
It's a bit short of the house. It's I think not really touching the house. It's hard to see.
With that much white between it, then it's definitely not. But
No, but they still
Ja,
have
veel anders kunnen niet meer, hè?
that shot stone protected. Their starting stone.
Na Carolus triple. En hem gewoon doortikken.
okay, the Coryllis triple, that's about an 8. That's not quite back of the house, but it's back of the forefoot.
Oh, so we have a scratch over on the other side as well. So somebody's leaving scratch marks.
Lijn ziet er goed uit. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. Yep.
Wayne's asking what is the temperature at the rink.
Wow, 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 Wim.
I believe last I
Ah,
looked
hij
it
valt er wel een
was
tikske.
4.
Yeah,
I forgot to look when I was in there today, but when I was moving the cameras around, but
I had a look. It was slightly above 5
Dat is
degrees.
een stukje
So
waar dat hem wel wat
oh,
komt.
okay.
pretty ambitious for
Oh,
Team WiiT to play in t-shirts. Oh, I wonder if that will last all game.
If you start sweeping, you'll stay warm pretty quick. Like when I was out there doing stuff the first time I was moving the cameras around, I didn't have a jacket on, and it was okay. So they're gonna try to tap this one back. Yeah, it's been getting a bit better out on the ice. They've been able to keep some warmth in it. This is gonna get around that yellow. Now it needs to just tap the red back a little bit more.
Oh,
sweep that
nice.
Through. Oh, that's fantastic.
This is great. You can click this one.
Yes.
Absolutely. Just hope we have a good.
Red setting 2 here with guards in front of the house. So Team WiiT already with a little
Ik
bit
zal
of
het met een
pressure.
duvel doen.
They can still reach it.
Een rustige duvel.
A rustic duvel. Would that be a duvel 666? Probably. I would think so, since it's a little bit lighter in alcohol than the standard duvel. Still strong though.
Oei. Yep, yep, yep. Ah, laat maar Wim, laat maar, laat maar.
Guessing that's a little bit on the inside.
Or on the outside maybe. No, on the inside. They were trying to
Yeah.
tap in yellow.
Oh.
This is looking interesting because now reds, they can really tap on their own red stone to get yellow out, and then they can have 4 stones in the house with their shot stones kind of nicely protected.
Yep, yep. That would be a pretty good situation for them.
I don't know if that's what Dirk is looking at. No, he just want to draw over on the other side. That's also a good option. They can always use that run back later with
Yep.
the last stone, I guess.
Yep.
Now it's more important to protect those stones
Yeah, he
in the
could,
4
he
foots.
could even try to do the same shot that Jeroen just threw. Throw the tap back. That would also be a good play there. This one seems a little bit on the outside. Might be okay though. Even if it's on the outside of the red, it could tap.
I think you don't want to tap it open though. Tapping it open is kind of
Yeah.
a risk.
Doe maar.
Yeah, I think that's
Probleem
also
is
why
zelfs al ga ik-
we
ga
had a
ik
small
eraan,
swear
ga-
jar
ik weet
moment
niet of ik
there.
er zoveel aan heb. Dan pak ik er juist één weg. Hè. Ik bedoel, voor een dubbele moet ik hem al hier kunnen raken. Ik zie dat niet, hè, met die guard. Want het is al aan mij. Hè.
Timo looking for a way. Can they get the double?
Yeah, I mean,
Dan hebben we er
this
sowieso
is
twee.
looking a bit scary for
Ah.
WiiT. They only have one more stone, and you can see how
Ik zal even
Ja.
proberen via dat iets.
red
Ja.
is sitting too. But unfortunately, Jeroen's stone opened up the way to the pin, but they also kind of took away that
Heel
run back
dun
option now
raken.
they had.
Yeah. Yep.
Ik ga het proberen.
I don't know that they could get it. They'd have to go it really tight to.
If this works, this could be
Oh,
a
this will
very
be
nice
shot out of match material.
Ja, ik ga vandaar nog eens zien, maar ik denk dat dat ijs zal zijn. Het is hem dun raken, hè. Zeg maar, chippen bijna.
Yeah, interesting call here.
So is he trying to run the shooter in off that stone, or is he trying to clip the yellow to run in on the?
I'm guessing clipping the yellow one, but I'm not sure.
Ik denk dat het hem simpeler is om langs binnen te spelen.
Oh yeah, so he's he overheard what you were saying.
Ja. Het
Oké.
gaat een rustige take-out zijn.
Interesting here.
Pak eens een tikje minder, Wim.
Going for the out turn. We're gonna try to just play this off that outside yellow. This one's
Als we
going
hem te dik
curl.
raken, dan laten we maar.
Yeah, just curls,
Beetje
hits it
naar
a little
binnen
too
gezet of
heavy.
hier?
Yeah. So this is basically an open way to just put something in the red for 3 points here. Everything on that
Waar
line
stond jij?
should be
Hier?
good enough. I think they even have a little bit of backing, so it's better to have it slightly too hard than too short. And this should be a 3-pointer for Team Heylen here.
Yep, I just need it to. It needs to bite the red a
Yeah.
little bit more than bite. If I look at the other angle, or saw the other angle from before, looks like we had a yellow one just biting the red, just touching it there. But as long as
Ja,
as long as he taps
ik
his
kan
red,
snelheid.
should be all right.
This looks okay. This looks okay.
Just be careful. Gotta make sure.
No,
sure.
this is okay.
This
No
is
need to
very
panic.
good stone.
Excellent stone. Very clean. Very controlled. 3 points for Team Heylen.
Yeah, very good end from them. They controlled it pretty well. Got some, put some pressure on WiiT, and
Am I going
Got
for
the 3.
4 wrong predictions in a row here, John? Am I really that bad at predicting curling games?
you just wanted to put a blemish on my record. I think that's why you copied me. But it's still only the second end. Still lots to
Yeah.
play. Yeah, anything can happen.
I really like how in doubles games the pace of the games is at least pretty nice. You just kind of progress to these ends much faster than with regular games.
Yep.
Then again, the in-between moments between ends, it's always setting up the stones. That's kind of boring, but that leaves some space for us to ramble on.
Yeah, we need to get some sponsors so we can just put up commercials, you know, little 30-second ad box up there and pay the bills. All right. Looks like we are ready to go here in the third. Jeroen starting us off. So they've swapped again.
Oh, man. They're just
So
trolling us.
It's just going to be wrong the rest of the night.
Yeah.
This one looks a little bit light. I think Dirk's going to have to
Ah,
sweep
come on,
it
come on,
just to
come on,
keep
come
it
on.
from getting hogged. At least it gets over the hog line.
Going for the double guard here to open this game.
This
Probably
end.
not this end, yeah. Probably not intentionally.
Nope. That means Timo will be coming up the left side. Trying to draw this around, put a second one on the button.
I don't know if people can hear it at home, but we really hear that sweeping sound.
I think if we hear it, they should hear it. But you never know. Sometimes it has to be up much louder at home. That one also coming up short. Interesting.
Timo struggling with his weight
Langs
here.
links rondgaan? Ja.
I think I may have saved Timo a swear jar moment there by
Yeah.
swapping the mics over as quickly as I did.
I wonder, John, if we're going to play on the B sheet tomorrow morning against Campina.
Very likely.
Then it's interesting for us to kind of start to see the eyes, and I don't know if Walter or Stefan is tapping into the stream. They could do so as well.
Ooh, Dirk also coming up a bit light. Okay. So somehow both teams have seemingly lost their weight on this third end, but I'm sure they'll find it again.
Manenblusser is voldoende, hè. Liever zelfs nog een tikje korter, dan we maar tot hier tikken, hè.
Yeah, and while we are watching the doubles game, I think also exciting to kind of keep an eye on the A sheets, where Grey Ducks playing housekeepers for that runner-up position in League A.
Lijn ziet er mooi uit.
Yep, they started a little bit later, so they're still in the
Denk aan
first.
snelheid.
Looks like they're getting down near fourth stones, skip stones.
Is hem hard
so
of niet? Oei, triple is niet goed, hè, jong.
that's going to push that one back and creates a little bit of a gap there up that side. Team Heylen coming in. They're going to try to shoot that gap
Ja,
here.
stok.
They've got the backing if it over curls and is a little heavy. This one's looking pretty good.
This
Gonna
looks
go
nice.
Right around there. Very
Yeah.
nicely through. There's the
Yeah.
line.
Maybe sweep it just to make sure, but this looks okay. No sweeping
Oh.
needed here. Perfect. Very good
nice.
shot here. And this is also a potential shot of the match. Maybe not the shot of the match, but definitely
It's
worth
highlight worthy. I've
yeah.
clicked it, yeah. Although,
Een triple.
knowing Dirk,
Tik op de guard, tik
he
op de
would be a
guard,
little
hè.
disappointed that that did get carried past the T line.
Yep. I mean, that's the big difference here. How Team WiiT is able to do the exact same shots. We'll see who the real Steengoed players are versus who are the lesser players over at Steengoed. This is Dirk versus Wim within this game as well.
Niks doen, niks doen. Niks doen.
A little
Bit heavy.
Oh, gets past. He asked for a triple, and I don't
Might
know what
roll out though. Might roll out.
that
See?
will. Yeah, it's
Tikje,
going to
maar-
tap their back.
Oké.
That was definitely too heavy. And options here for Team WiiT to go for a steal.
Ja,
Gonna have to be quick with the cameras. Dirk does not waste
No,
time
no.
between shots. This one's looking pretty good as well.
Yeah, nice weight. Starts to curl right now.
Don't want it too deep.
Kom
You
maar.
want to make sure that stays just half red.
te laat
Ja,
beginnen
die is te-
vegen, dat is te laat.
Ah.
Maar
Well, this is okay. I mean, if you're going for a steal, this is okay. It's better to...
But it did give us a swear jar moment, so he was a little bit upset with himself for not getting on the sweep a little bit earlier.
Seeing Dirk already teaching and coaching. There are always two, a master and an apprentice. Let's move camera angles.
Nog eens dezelfde snelheid. We hebben de guard mee ook goed, hè. Dezelfde als de vorige. Nou, wat is dat? Zoiets. Tussen een triple en een cornet.
Cornet.
Jeez.
A cornet, that should be a guard, because a cornet guard, that just makes sense. A cornet is actually, it has the logo of a guard, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention that to team when that they drop the ball there.
Yep.
How is cornet not a guard? That makes no sense.
Oh.
This one's gonna catch the guard up top. Does open things up though.
Yeah, this is forces
Sit,
WiiT to
sit,
put another guard, I think. Indeedy.
lol.
They've got options here. I mean, obviously, I think they'd like to guard it up. You know, without the hammer. But if it runs too deep and curls over a little bit, maybe you can tap that yellow out. This one feels light, though. I think they're going to get that guard. It's got to make sure that gets over the hog, which I think it's going to.
And this feels okay.
Yes.
Needs
Oeh.
a little of
Was ik
curl.
wel,
How big is the
No.
gap? This is perfect.
That's
This is perfect. And,
great
this is,
stone, yeah.
and such an important guard, because this again creates that deja vu moment where Timo has to find that corner guard and try to get a result here.
Yeah, it's not easy. Now they're looking at playing an angle.
Kan een harde duivel zijn, hè. Een harde duivel.
Team Heylen is playing pretty impressive
They're
so far.
holding their own. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Jeroen is able to throw those stones and doing pretty well. And honestly, I think this stone from Jeroen from Timo isn't about.
And there's the little miss sliding there.
Ooh, it's grabbing his knee.
I hope that's not an injury though.
And gets rid of one, but still keeps the one in there. So a little bit of tic-tac-toe.
And there's a steal for Team WiiT. Team WiiT.
No, Team Heylen.
Oh yes.
Team Heylen scored
Team
one.
Heylen.
But Jeroen is still down on the ice. Or Timo is still
Team-
down on the ice.
Yeah, we have
Something in his calf. Uh-oh. Helping him up.
he is sliding though. That hopefully is a good sign here.
Not quite sure what happened there, but if he's grabbing like his calf or something, that could have been a cramp, could have been when he pushed off. That's always tough. Hopefully, it's nothing more than a cramp that he can work out.
I think he's stretching a bit now. While he's doing that, maybe we can mention something over at the
Yeah, we can take a
Other
look
sheets.
over at sheet A. I see there is a 2 on the scoreboard for red, which is the Desperate Housekeepers.
So this is good for housekeepers. They are trying to be runners-up, and they're also building up towards their challenge against Timo Verreycken here. As, Timo is doing another practice sliding just to see how things are feeling there. Looks like indeed a little bit of a calf injury. He's touching his calves again. I think Dirk is coming over to place the stones, but also maybe to check how are you doing. I don't know how much doubles games Team WiiT is playing in the next couple of days and weeks.
I believe this is their only one. So hopefully that will give Timo enough time to heal up.
He's still massaging the calf there.
Now he does have the option of moving to a using a delivery stick if sliding is proving too much. I don't think we'll actually see him do that. I'm not even sure I 100% know the rules behind using the stick. I know you can walk forward, but it has to be on a straight line. And I think you have to be stopped before you... No, I don't think you have to stop. But I know you have to walk forward on a straight line. So Jeroen starting us off here in the third. This one's going to be... Oh, sorry, the fourth. This one's going to be tight and taps that one off the center line. In doubles, there is
No tick
not
rule.
the no tick. The no tick rule is not in play, so it does not matter that it was on the center line. Yeah,
They made it so confusing with that terminology there.
Yes, they did. So we've got
Tikje hard, denk ik.
sliding looked okay there.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to have too much,
Hij
but
is
you
zijn
can
best aan
see
het
he's
doen
not
voor af te
pushing a
remmen, zijn
lot
naam.
off with that foot as he's sliding down the ice.
This might tap against their shot stone, maybe exposing it a
Remmen,
bit.
remmen, 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 remmen. Ah,
Just
sorry.
Slightly too hard. Slightly too hard.
man, we're being real picky of that slightly too hard.
I said slightly. I didn't say, well, this is too hard. This is, but by Timo standards, this was slightly too hard. I think,
Yeah, it's true. He did apologize to Wim.
yeah. He also had a little swear jar
Ze liggen
moment, so
hier
that
of
means
wat?
in his
Ja?
head that
Ah,
was
oké.
also slightly too hard, definitely.
Ça va.
Yeah, he definitely wanted that one to be above the T line.
Mhm.
Ja, hard genoeg. Maar ook wel naar buiten, hè.
He's saying it's hard enough, but a little bit outside. But I see it starting to curl.
Yeah, picks up the curl there.
Bina,
Hey, Bina.
good to see you. Oh, he's got to sweep this one in. Timo, move your big fat head.
Kom maar, joh, kom maar. Godver-
Try.
Weet het om te vloeken.
I didn't understand that, but he probably was not very happy with himself.
No, because now kind of protects
Dit is
those two
voldoende.
shot stones
Een
for
triple.
Team WiiT.
I think they can still tap it back. So,
Mhm.
but I think we're gonna see a takeout here. Oh, it's very
Yep,
early.
yep.
in
Feels
the-
inside, feels inside.
Yep, sweeping it right away. Is that gonna
Whoa,
curl?
whoa. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. Yep.
Ooh. And
Interesting how that tapped on the red corner guard and rolled back in. So Timo called him off. Was that because he was confident it was going to pass the guard, or was it because of the weight? Or was he already kind of considering a plan B or plan C?
I think maybe he was thinking it was going to catch more of the guard and split, but I don't know. Or maybe he thought it was. Maybe he did think it was going around.
Mhm.
I think if he had kept him on it,
Yeah, because it
I'm
felt
not
good
a-
with the sweeping.
not 100% sure
Yeah.
they could have swept that around. With only one sweeper, that's a bit tough. But the way it's set up, they should still be able to tap that yellow back
That is
onto
cool.
red, back onto yellow.
Yep, yep.
Needs to curl over. Oh, that's going to curl too much.
Yeah.
Wow, that curled a ton. Once it started to go, that went.
Look at that.
Now they've got something
Oh?
guarded up there, but
Ik denk te veel dan hier raken kan geen kwaad, dan ligt er zo.
I think they have 2 shot stones. Is that where you want to start protect the
Ah.
situation? Maybe put the guard in front of yellow
Er
one
is
to
toch een
avoid
duivel?
with tapping, running back their own yellow one, or running back the red one on those yellow ones.
that's what I would do. But, you know, Timo's calling for a rustige duvel here, so kind of a light takeout.
Yep, yep. Oh, oh.
So you just have to wait a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. He's just
Oh,
rolling
oh.
Wim.
Ziet er mooi uit.
Oh,
Oh.
very nice.
Interesting one, yeah. But the middle is now wide open, basically.
Ik had stiekem gehoopt dat we eerst die in 3 nog kunnen raken.
Yes.
So I think with if you put some weight on it, you can just find that straight line right down to the middle and even try a double takeout. And with a bit of luck, maybe your shooter rolls behind one of the other stones. But I think that's the attempt here. Just throw something hard, do that double takeouts, take away an opportunity, take away the option for yellow to score 2 points there.
Yep, I think so. I think that's why we're sitting. Yes.
Yeah. Looking at the
Seeing
broom,
where the
thing
broom
that's
is,
confirmed.
yeah, that's they're just gonna try to hit something maybe slightly on the inside part of the
Ziet
nose.
er goed uit.
It looks very good.
Looks
Looks
good,
very
yeah.
good.
I think anywhere
Whoa,
on those
and
yellows. Oh, that's
it'll find a roll as
fantastic.
well.
Whoa,
Whoa.
that's clickable.
This is clickable, definitely. It's
Right
slightly rolled too far, but then I'm really trying to find
You're-
things to
you're
criticize the
really
shots.
a little bit picky there.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic
This
stone.
is an awesome stone. I think
Mooi, Steen.
this changes the course of the game here. The man with the hat is showing how curling is played. The master is making a statement here.
Yep.
Now it's
Ik hoop
thinking
dat die
time
nog vallen,
again.
ik denk
No,
het
no,
niet.
no. They've already thrown.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
yep.
There
Come
it
on,
is.
cameraman.
Hardline.
Gonna try to
Hard
get this one. They can tap that one deeper. Will it be exposed?
Ooh, it could be
Oh
shot.
no, that's a fantastic
Okay,
stone
good
right
job.
there.
Excellent.
Look at that backup.
And look at Dirk in the background kind of saying, no, I don't want anybody watching my game. Go away.
Dirk already doesn't like being on camera,
No.
but I don't hate that shot either, Wayne.
En van hier? Raken we daar niet mee?
That was a pretty fantastic stone right there.
They can still get to the pin there. We know it curls. It can find the curl
is so
there.
far.
Yeah, you tuned in at the right time, Bino. We're just starting to get the good shots flowing. Should be a very interesting matchup between these two teams.
Raakt er wel aan. Zo.
Ja, graag gedaan, maar
Ja.
hier wordt hij altijd tegen ons bedoel je, hè?
Ja. Nee. Voorleggen dat er maar één kan maken.
Nu, als het niet op beeld stond, zou niemand weten de manier waarop.
Oh yeah, with the microphones down lower, with the cameras lower, the microphones are lower, so they're picking up. And so I was picking up Timo. I thought he was muted or unmuted. It was like, wait, no, he's muted. They are standing right underneath the microphone.
Jeroen playing with the step-on slider. I remember first year I played curling, I was also playing with the step-out, the step-on slider like everybody, and for some reason it feels like it could just shoot away
Like
from your foot,
you could fall off of
Yeah.
it at any moment.
which is not the case at all, but it's just in your head. You could just fall off of.
Yeah, I felt like once I moved even to the pull-on slider, it was such a big jump, and then going to proper shoe was another big step. Okay, this one's looking pretty good.
This one is looking promising. Excellent stone here from Jeroen. Dirk sweep it in again. Hey,
Oh, that's Jeroen sweeping his own stone, but
just short.
Ik kan
But
nog
then again,
leggen.
I think
a good effort because it does take away that
Yeah.
shot for the
Gewoon hier
second.
leggen.
Yep. I think that was Dirk's kind of plan all along as
Ik kan
well.
er
Like,
vanuit dat mensen
if you
niet
put it
gaan
there,
vallen,
if it's too
dus-
short, we might force Team WiiT to just score one on their hammer, and that's also a good result, especially when you're leading 4-1. Just take away options for WiiT to score a lot of points, exchange that for the hammer, although hammer is not that strong in doubles, I feel like it is in regular curling.
I don't know. I still think it's
It's always an
important, yeah.
advantage, yeah, but the different thing is if you're not having hammer, you get to throw the first stone, and if you're very good at doing that, you can just immediately.
True, you
But
have an option to flip the end in your direction. Yeah. Now this is going to be a very, very tricky stone because they're trying to draw this in behind that red
This is very tricky. Not a lot of
or
room.
beside to it. Yeah, so they need to be careful if it's doesn't tick on that yellow on the outside, or if it's inside, it can
Oh.
push that red back into.
Imagine if it puts red on the pin there.
Although looking at it from through the window, I'm not sure that that's possible. And
Ja,
of
maar
course,
nog
we have
vallen
the
eerst,
skip
hè?
from the other side.
Riep, je
Not
gaat niet
sure.
gaan.
Hitting in the
enough.
way of the camera. Is it
Nope, it's not curling
just
enough.
Fix it. Oh,
Heb je riep, hè? Niet? Heb je riep, hè? Ah ja,
So
oké, oké.
this is one yellow,
Oh, nee,
and we are already halfway the game here.
halfway through the match, Team Heylen leading 4-2 over
Yeah.
WiiT, and that's
We can honestly say we didn't expect that.
is a little bit of a surprise. But Jeroen is playing quite well. He was the what do you want to call it? The unknown
Yeah.
coming into this match. He's the one we've seen the least. You know, he has the fewest, the least amount of experience playing competition, but he is holding his own. He's doing quite well. You know, he and his father playing pretty good.
Timo setting up to start the second part of the game. So there's a little annoying fly just in front of his face. He's trying to kind of wave it off.
Or he's saying which direction it's coming from.
Yeah.
One of the two.
We'll never know. We'll never know. It will always be a mystery.
Back in the third end, the teams had trouble getting it into the house early on in the end.
Oh yeah,
This
remember?
one looks like it's got a little bit more weight to it. Sweeping it to try to get it down. Want this one just on top of the button if they can get it there, and it comes up a little bit light again.
Yeah.
Usable though, very usable.
Yeah. It's sitting in a position where if you just give it a little tap, it's on the pin. So it's that's why it's always better to leave it in front of T line.
We're really gonna have to work that broom. I think this one's gonna come up similar weight to that yellow one. Needs to sweep it even, comes up a little bit lighter. And even maybe curls over a little too much, so it's not
Neerleggen.
really taking away that draw line. And just like I was talking about earlier, Team WiiT has moved to, okay, somebody placing the broom down, giving an aim, and the sliders should have their speed dialed in by
Daar
now.
ziet er mooi
So
uit.
switching
Enkel
things up a
snelheid.
little bit.
Het ziet er wat traag uit, Wim.
Timo thinks this looks a little bit low, so he's getting out there to help Sweet pull this one deep as they can. One looks all right.
Still not in shot position, but they can tap it through. Now they have two sides they can tap it through. Interesting. Imagine if you nose hit that front yellow guard, run it back on red, and then do a double takeout.
That is an option, yeah.
That would, yeah, that's kind of the fantasy option, I guess. It's theoretically it's there, but I would never play it in a game, I guess.
Yeah, in maybe in quads, yes, but in doubles, it's almost like a wasted stone.
Yeah, I don't have that much stones to do those very hard tryouts.
Although it makes sense for red to do it because they'd end up tapping their own red, they'd be sitting 2 there.
Yep.
That could be worthwhile trying. Maybe taking one shot at it now, but you could run the risk of really messing up the house.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, this is offline here. And now it's a matter of not trying to tap in yellow. That's depending on the weight. Oh, splitting the red one would be very nice.
Come on, come on.
Oh.
Dirk with some laughs
We
here.
gaan hem gewoon doortikken, hè. Niet meer als dat, hè.
Splitting,
Dus
imagine splitting those redstones could have been an extreme awesome result.
That would
Having
have been, yeah, that
2
would have
for
been
1 there.
fantastic, yep. So now they've got the opportunity over here on the right side to tap that yellow one in.
Wat is de snelheid? Yep. Oh.
Is that going to curl too much?
think it
No,
looks
I
okay.
think that's going to be pretty nice. Oh, fantastic stone.
Yep.
Prima.
And their shooter sits in a position where they can even repeat it a second time.
Yep. Fantastic stone there from Wim. We don't know what speed that was called. We couldn't hear Wim when he was asked what speed it was, but did not hear Timo say a beer name, so we'll never know. I think we're going to see a pretty heavy weight on this one.
Could be nice to see.
Now that's a shot I always found tricky with the step-on sliders, doing a like kind of a harder takeout. For me, that always gave me a little bit of trouble with my balance and getting the right line. This one's got some weight, needs to curl over just a little bit.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
And another swear jar.
Good attempt. Just
attempt,
needed
yeah.
a little bit more weight to stay outside and get the right angle going back. But
Wacht, hè. Een pintje.
Pincha is a guard, okay.
A pinch is a guard. Okay, that's good to know.
So being a pincha, when somebody orders a pincha, that just means a regular beer. Those standard Pilsner here. So that's the thing with, they've been using different beers for their weight, their code names for their weights to throw.
Yep.
I think Jeroen's just having a little fun, or Timo's having a little fun with it in the doubles. Which I'm here for, I appreciate.
Yeah. Now, if you're red, do you need to use that redstone sitting in the blue on the sides?
Woo.
Because yellow is sitting 3 now.
Yeah, that's
Starting to look a bit dangerous.
Dat is een hele niepte, maar...
I think, is Dirk looking at that angle? I think he considered it for a moment. Now he's looking at...
Anders is het... Nou, het andere dat ik zie is... ja, ik zou dat proberen.
Opening up the middle. Is that an opportunity? I think
Ja, los het wel op als het
ja.
lukt. Anders is het doortikken, hè.
Yeah, it's hard for Team Heylen to get a good shot at.
Yeah, they're staring at 3. They do have the hammer, but they need to do
Ja.
something.
Maar ja,
They can-
kom.
And Jeroen is really, I want to try it, I want to do it. He mentioned, let me just peel something over in the middle, see
Yeah.
what happens, and then you can use your last stone to throw your magic.
I'm going to try to clear out that yellow on the side there. That'll at least leave a path open.
Maybe that's a good
And then-
option. Leave a path open to
Ja.
find the spots, try to get on the red and do some damage control.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Not a lot of options here.
Ja, dat kan ook. Oké.
We're going to see a
Maar waar
heavy
moeten we
one here.
raken?
Lost part of his broom.
You don't want to
Okay,
have your
that's-
broom fall apart during the sliding.
Allee.
Things are looking a lot better now for WiiT. Gave it a push.
It's got some weight, but is that going to have the right line? Let's see what happens here. Tink Tink.
Nope.
Oh, gets rid of one of their own and pushes another yellow stone into the house.
Now I think
Ja, er
they
is nog een gat, hè.
there is a little bit of a gap. So
Ja,
it's
ja,
up
ik zou
for
hem dat willen laten doen. Laat hem dat maar proberen. Ik denk dat ik het beter vind om gewoon er nog eentje bij te leggen. Maar er is een gat, hè. Ik zou er gewoon eentje hier. Nee, ik zou een classic doen, ja.
Okay, classic is a draw to the button, I guess, or just in front of the button.
Of dit naar hier tikken en dan hier blijven liggen. Maar dan heeft hem nog altijd de ene zin, hè. Maar ja.
All right, looks like the backup play or plan B is a little bit of a tap on that yellow, moving it over. Covers up that whole side over there. Because they're looking, they've got that red. That red one out there on the side can be used, but I think they're thinking it's far enough away that it's not an easy one to do.
Dirk closely watching that gap. I think he wants to know how it curls, or at least he wants to get his hopes up to have an opportunity with the last stone. They have hammer here.
Snelheid is er.
The speed is there, but of course that's not an exact.
Seems to be okay. It's gonna get around that guard. Yeah, I think that fills up the gap nicely.
Yeah.
Maybe even a.
Oh, this is a
Ah,
nice
no,
shot.
that's
Okay.
perfect. Now they're sitting
At least for.
at least 4, and that. I think the red one is closer. I think red is 5th shot.
Yeah, I think so too. But to steal a 4 is huge already.
But so what do you do in this situation? Do you just try to like run one in there that gap and take out what you can?
Yeah,
as
but how
damage
can you
control?
run one? Because with that guard sitting there, kind of blocking, you need a bit of curl to get a result.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
not going to be easy.
No,
Like if you throw in there a peel weight, you could get it, but then you're just taking out one.
there is still an option to use that redstone all the way sitting on the blue to roll in. The danger is if you tap it on the wrong side, you can just give him 5 points. That's maybe a risk you don't want to take. I think they're just going to try to peel it in and get as much stones out of the way as possible.
Big weight on this one. That looks to be all right.
And that's 1, that's 2. I think
Gets
it's
rid of
2 for
2 of
yellow.
them, so it might be 2 for yellow, yeah.
I might have to measure. Timo is not sure. Well, he was, but I think that's 2 yellow.
Yeah.
Let's
So
leave that to yellow.
Good stone there from Dirk to
Yeah.
get those away. That really saves the game for them, because if it, giving up a 4 house, that could have been, it would have given WiiT the lead. So, gotta be, what's the word I'm looking for? Gotta be a little bit of a motivation saver. Keep yourselves in the match. Don't give it too much up.
At least interesting end with a lot of spectacular stones.
So, while they're waiting to set up here, over on sheet A, Brewers Ducks scored 1 in the second. So as they're in the third end, Desperate House Creepers lead 2-1 over Brewers Ducks. Grey Ducks.
Grey Ducks,
Grey
yeah.
Ducks, one of those Ducks teams.
Yeah, it's interesting there. I think housekeepers there are red, so they are sitting shot, but they seem to be exposed a bit.
Yep. So we're about to start end number 6 with Timo leading it off for WiiT. All tied up here. Pretty back and forth match. It looked like early on Team Heylen was kind of controlling it, but Team WiiT has kind of taken over in these last couple of ends to fight back.
Timo finding some dust and dirt underneath his stone. I think we can confirm that his calf injury is probably okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's very likely just cramps and
Yeah.
he'll just stretch out.
Beetje
and
hard.
Needs to drink a little bit more water.
Hij is aan het werken, maar
needs to find a curl there.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, that's
Very
a
nice.
fantastic opening stone right there on the
oh, dat
pin.
was vol zeg.
And this is how we open an end in doubles. Immediately shifting pressure. Oh, and this might overcurl.
Yeah, I think this one's going to catch that center guard. Could be. Ooh, no. He should have kept sweeping that to keep it open. Taps the yellow one into the house, but leaves that red one sitting as a center guard over that center yellow, shot yellow. So I think
Hier is hem een tikje harder, trekken we hem door.
Dirk should
Wat
have
zou
kept it
oorspronkelijk zo
sweeping, so
juist
maybe
in
it's
huis.
split a little bit more.
Ja, plan.
Yeah, this one doesn't seem
Pak hem
very
over.
heavy.
It'll also tap the guards.
However, not very much, and kind of leaves him over there. So not what they were looking for, but not a bad result. Kind of closes down the path over that side.
Not the guard they were looking for.
But the guard they deserved.
For the bookmakers, this is a kind of interesting game. Down in the 5th end, we're still tied, and it's really hard to tell who is going to win because
This is the 6th end.
6th end, yeah, after 5 ends.
After
That was what I
5.
meant.
That's
yeah.
what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's going to curl around nicely. Is it going to be deep enough to get down there?
Allee, jong.
Sweep it.
On paper, that's a good-looking stone, but probably doesn't do very much to help them. Would like this one to have been a little bit more outside, maybe even like half a stone to a stone more to the left.
Gaan is mooi. Tikje hard zeker.
This looks wide.
Yes.
So
Oh, ik denk dat hem er zelf vanzelf zijn eigen voorbij geraakt zijn. Oké.
Maybe fortunately for WiiT that it's a little bit long, so
Yeah, indeed.
it does give him a little bit of a pocket to aim for, but not really a double opportunity there.
Ja, sneller als er juist.
Seems like it's a little bit on the heavier side. This should curl
Ooh,
over.
this starts to curl real nice here. Look at that. Look at that.
Ja.
Oh,
Didn't expect that much
No,
curl,
that-
especially with that weight.
yeah. Also didn't expect. Yeah, didn't expect it to get onto that
Ik zou
shot on the button.
dit
Doesn't
willen doen.
quite get rid of it.
Yeah.
Actually,
Maar,
leaves something there for
It
Timo to kind of roll over and
Ik
get a
zou het
second one
gewoon
in.
met deze
But
doen.
leaves an interesting little
Probeert een
pocket
triple
there.
te smijten. Zelfs al smijten maar een manenblusser is een draw. Hè.
they can draw it in there if it's a little bit outside, a little bit heavy. It can tap and roll in.
Ziet er mooi uit.
Looks like
Oké,
that's going to be
hij
well
mag nog
around the
vallen
guard.
eerst.
Yeah, needs to pick up a little curl there. Starts to
Link
curl
doen,
the
link
same
doen,
way
hij moet nog
the
vallen,
previous
hij
one
moet
did.
nog
Goes, yep, that's going to
Hij
get
moet
that
nog vallen.
little bit of turn. Oh, beautiful
dat is mooi.
stone. Beautiful stone.
Nice stones here. And things look pretty nice for Team
Is aan mij
WiiT.
nog, hè?
Especially
Dan-
because that
dan
redstone...
mij nog,
Jeroen's saying it's
Ja,
his,
lijkt
but
But our scoreboard says it's not. So are we wrong or are they wrong?
yeah, because he just threw the previous stone. I think we're wrong. Or you
That's
think
the slide
you're
that
wrong.
he-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's put it that way. You're controlling the stone,
Yeah.
the scoreboard, so you're wrong. Been
Oh,
here
yeah,
half an
yeah.
hour. Yeah, in half an hour, Pino, we've had it's been incredible. We had a couple just before
Ja,
you
dat is
like in
niets,
the
hè?
ends before you showed up, but since you've shown up, there's been a definite uptick in like these really nice shots. I'm going to have a lot to review from this match.
Bana. Hard!
Looking for a hard one, I think.
Goed hard takeouten en zacht, hè?
I think this could be interesting. I always love this kind of hard takeouts. You never know what to expect for the viewers. It's I think a lot of people, they just like to see takeouts and see stones flying around, have
Oh yeah,
that kind of spectacular
that's
stuff.
that's the excitement.
I mean, I can appreciate very well executed guards, but this
Ready to
looks
chase this one. It's gonna get around that guard. Looks pretty good. It's gonna
Ooh.
catch on the edge and taps away that middle one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I think that one is a pretty good setup for them.
yeah, I think so too. I think red is sitting second
Dan
now.
pakken we daar maar eentje. Hè.
Well, Bina, maybe I
die
don't
gaan
have to
nergens
pick one.
naartoe,
Maybe
die
if
staan
there's
niet weg, hè.
enough, I'll
Ik denk dat
create
je echt wel
a
kunt proberen om hem gewoon hier te leggen.
viewer's choice poll,
Met de marge dat hem iets
and
te
then
kort
the
is.
viewers get to
Maar ik
pick.
denk
So
als
I'll
je hem
pick
hier
like
legt,
3 or 4 or
dat
5,
lijkt mij
depending on
het
how many
beste.
good ones.
Die 4 kan
But-
echt nergens naartoe.
We do have a poll going right now. Go check it out. It's from a seniors challenge from a couple of weeks
Ja, dat is
ago.
mooi.
This one hasn't picked up as many votes as I thought it was going to get. I think there's only about 4 votes on it for right now, but we also trying different formats on how to get people to vote. So this method may not be so great. We may go back to a previous one and just tally the votes wherever we can. But take a look at it. Pick your favorite. Leave a comment.
Dirk already looking at that draw option there. something viewers can see.
Oh yeah, coming from the right side.
Yeah, there's a small gap. If it curls enough, they can creep in there and find a very good draw.
Beetje hard, denk ik. Vooraan, hè?
Creeping this front line. Is this going to get around
Triple.
that red? There it
Triple.
goes.
Triple.
Oh, look at
Hoe komt
that.
Beestig is uit.
Very, very nice. It did tap that yellow one back, so they still only lie
Ja, weer wel
two.
kunnen doen, hè.
But there's no way they can get rid of those
Via
three
Dirk tikken of
yellows.
via deze.
Yeah, and this could be another steal for
Hier
WiiT.
tegen.
2 important steals there.
Yep.
Hij mag tegen de rode, hè.
That's going to have to curl a lot, but they do only have to get it biting the white, biting the button, I think.
Yeah. I think as soon as it's just passing that yellow guard, it's going to be a matter of sweeping it hard to get it as deep as possible, because if they need the curl, so they need to throw it soft enough to find that little curling trajectory. This is a very difficult stone.
Ja.
Oh, it's already catching the guard, I
shit,
think.
te laat.
Oh, yep, I think
Ah,
that's going to be
phew.
inside.
2 yellow.
Ooh.
Steal of 2 for the Beerman.
Yeah, WiiT with after the slow start coming back strong. That's 3 ends in a row. Back-to-back steals of 2. You know, and it's not that not to take anything away from Team Heylen. They've played pretty well. It's just WiiT has found those stones, those little extras in there, the little gap. Okay, we're gonna put it in there. So WiiT not out of it yet, but Beanie, you have to go. Well, it was a pleasure to have you here. Glad you could stop in, even if it is for a short time.
Yes. And I think you've seen quite a lot of nice stones for the couple of minutes you were here. Much appreciated. I think that's the nice thing with doubles. There's just such a nice pace to the game.
But yeah, you can see quite a bit even in a short time.
Yep.
All right. See you next time, Bina.
Bye, Bina.
All right. As we say goodbye to Bina, we're saying hello to the 7th ends. Timo's starting us off for WiiT.
What a segue there for you, John.
I'm getting better.
You're
Practicing. Yeah, funny enough, Wayne, Bina is not a curler. He just enjoys watching the sport and but does not actually play himself. He says he finds it relaxing to watch.
It is.
And honestly, I'm really surprised to see him this early. He's a bit of a night owl. He's a musician, plays a lot of plays in a few different bars and clubs around where he lives, and often plays late at night. Usually we see him in the early morning broadcasts for us because that's when he's just getting home. So it's nice to see him during his morning time.
Okay.
Curls in a little Swedish curl there to tuck in behind the yellow. So setting second shot.
Zo. Met een triple. Hier tegenspelen. Curlt hem wat te veel. Chippen de guard over. Open. Maar een triple, hè. Geen een hek, hè.
Hey, Tim. What was Tim saying? Hey, it sounds like a national curling program director, Eurosport commenter for curling in Portugal and everything. And he also doesn't curl. Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. Waar is hem?
How did he get into that position of not being a former or present curler?
Yeah, that's strange. Nice tap.
Yeah, I believe that was a triple weight and gets what he wanted.
Op de Verreycken.
Now the road to the pin is still open. It's closing down, but it's a matter of getting it there. I think if Dirk can put it on the pin or at least somewhere in that
van
scoring
voor die
position,
troot.
they can sit 2. They need those points.
Yep. Yeah, Tim, I think you'll get a kick out of this. WiiT, they're using beer names for their weights instead of calling out numbers. We have yet to figure out exactly what beers they're using and why they're using them, because some make sense because they're stronger beers, but one of their draws to the button is one of the stronger beers we have in the canteen here at the club. So, but it's sweet.
Yeah. And also a cornet is not a guard, whereas a cornet, the logo is actually a guard. So that's just that's plain wrong.
They have some work to do, but
Yep.
it's nice to see something
Ooh.
different.
Yeah.
This one looks pretty good.
Very good.
Right there on top of the button, stays on the
Nice.
T line.
I like this one a lot. I mean, I don't hate it though, but
Hek?
it is exposed.
Hallo,
This
nee.
reachable.
Wim, pak maar een triple. Als we mooi op de neus, dan is het moeilijk voor hen om weg te spelen.
All right, so a triple is like an 8, like back 4 foot, back 8 foot kind of situation.
Oh.
Is this white?
Ah.
Is this white?
Beetje
And if it
notjes
is,
ervoor kruimelen.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit wide. It might actually tap that red over into a better position. Yep, just catches it, pushes it over. At least it's behind the T line,
yeah.
but a little bit of a mistake there.
For a minute there, I feared that the touch would be so soft that it would just slide over red on a more buried position and making things even worse. But I think it's relatively speaking okay-ish.
Yep.
But it leaves the option for Team Heylen to just put a third one in there.
Wayne saying it's like the American swim coach for the Olympics that couldn't swim. I did not know about that one, Wayne.
A swim coach that can't swim. That is even stranger, I think.
Yep.
Ooh, this is light. Now, guard is not the worst because it closes down that draw option for WiiT as well, but that's definitely not what they wanted.
No, but I think that's an okay miss there.
Yeah. I mean, the plan B is also fine.
Kun je hier leggen? Ik ga niet te veel ijs nemen. Als we hier tegen tikken ook goed, hè.
Yeah, the thing with doubles is also when you're playing, it feels like you're out of stones so fast. It's like, okay, we have another shot, and suddenly you're already down to the last 2 stones. That's good.
Yep. Lots more pressure on those last stones. Honestly, more pressure on all of the stones.
Snelheid. Yep. Hij ziet er traag uit, Wim.
Before my time. Okay, yeah. So
Oh.
I might have heard of him, but probably wasn't that big into swimming
Oh,
back
nee.
then.
Oh no. And now yellow is exposed, and it's also deeper than those 2 red ones.
Yep. So not the result they were looking for. Wanted to use that pocket there possibly, but
Now what do? You could put something, try and draw in again, or you could try to avoid yellow from tapping in one of those yellow stones.
honestly, yeah, I think you need the guard. That's for me.
I think so too, yeah. I mean, if you're yellow, you're taking at just tapping in a yellow one. That would be my plan A, being yellow. So if you know that's you want to counterplay that potentially. And Dirk's looking at another way to avoid that, just by tapping through the red one and trying to block
Dan laat ik hem
tap.
vallen.
Yeah, I think he's looking at because Jeroen wants to try to draw something into the house.
Ja, en als ze hem hier tegen zit, is het toch oké. Hè? Alles hier. Ja, dat is goed. Ja. Ja, klein beetje.
Dubby Holt. Nope, don't know that guy. Don't know that guy. Fits so definitely before me. Yeah,
Yeah,
tapping the red rock to corner
Yeah.
top 4. Yeah, I think that's a good That's a good plan there.
Yeah, because even if the tap is not perfect, you can always you have more kind of error margin to tap in red in a kind of nice place. But definitely Team Heylen pressuring here again. He needs to curl quite a bit.
Ja, lijn ook.
Oh, this is very
De
wide.
harte gaat hier tegen.
Even finding that yellow stone in the back there.
Which isn't terrible because it does leave them third shot. But
It's not terrible, but then again,
they're all behind the tee line.
Yeah.
So
now yellow have two options because of that stone. They can also try and
Nee, dag, dat
come
zal het
over that
zijn.
side.
Je hebt veel, allee. Ja, maar wacht, Wim. Als je hier tikt, heb je niks. Tikt aan de buitenkant, liggen ze met 2. Hier, deze is goed, tot en met bijna deze. Dus je hebt veel marge waar dat je mag raken. Hè. Het is vooral de lijn dat hier belangrijk gaat zijn.
yeah, there's more options on
Yeah.
the yellows back there.
Ja.
For non-curlers, it's like, oh, red is sitting so strong. They have 3 stones
Een
so close to
triple?
the pin. It's like darts. They were able to find it. But then if you no curling, you can actually see all of the options for Team Yellow, and you also see how red has 3 stones behind T-line, which is very dangerous.
Yeah, they can't get into a better position. They can only be made worse. And with yellow, they've got plenty of options to tap back
Een klein tikje
into the
minder
front of those
misschien.
reds. So that's what we're seeing here. Team WiiT setting up for, because when Timo was explaining his options to Wim, he said, I can miss from here, I can hit from here all the way over to here, because any of those angles would give them a run back into the reds.
Timo making sure his stone is clean. We've seen some scratches in the beginning of the game, so we know there is dirt on the ice.
Yeah, Wayne, this is a must-make shot. I think this will be a huge, huge turning point for this match.
Een tikje hard.
A little bit heavy.
Is zeker een triple. Moet hem vallen of niet?
Starts to curl.
En we moeten die gele raken, hè?
Oh no.
Hey, Wim.
This was a wrong line call. It started to curl, but then there was no line call from Wim. Timo stepped in he felt like, oh, this is over curling. I have to sweep. We have to hit yellow on the right side, and then big communication error here. And this is a huge mistake for Team WiiT here. I think with sweeping this would have been a perfect stone, but
by not sweeping, there was
Ga liever te zacht dan te hard gooien wel, hè?
because there was no line call. I think red can
Ja, want
score.
die kan dat zo
They're
goed
blocking the
inschatten.
way again.
I think they can score 4.
Yeah, and they have backing and all that kind of stuff. This was a big miss from Team WiiT,
That
and
was,
this could be the miss that is costing them the victory, because it was looking great. It was well executed, and with sweeping, it would have been fine basically.
And actually, if they a little bit heavy on this, tap the red back onto the yellow, they could get 5. They can actually score 5 here.
They can score 5, yeah. Oof, this could hurt. This could hurt.
Ja.
But I don't think they're going to play for that. I think they're going to try to play it safe. But I don't think coming up that side, they could make it any worse.
Yeah, and why play it safe? You have a pretty easy, quote-unquote, easy...
That's a pretty good weight, I think.
Yeah.
Just need to make sure it gets around that guard.
Oh, this is already curling. I think it's too light. Can they tap and go for plan B, tap it in?
Well, that will get them...
And that is only 3, I guess. Because then...
4? No, that's 4. He did get it in enough.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yellow is sitting 4th, right? That yellow stone?
Van hier zou ik het niet weten.
Nope, they're looking.
It feels like yellow from this angle, so they're looking at it.
Bring out the stick.
Are we going to have a
Ik ben
measurement
neiging om
here?
te zeggen dat het een die is, maar
Ja, wat wordt beter.
ja, dan zijn we zeker hè.
Yeah, they're gonna measure just to be sure. They are going to. This is also a miss from Jeroen here because with a little bit more weight, it would have been an easy
Ja.
4-pointer and even potential 5-pointer.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
Doe
not
eens
forget that
En deze zijn sowieso 3
the big
punten
miss
al, hè.
at this end was
Ja.
the line call mistake from Team WiiT here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The missed missed
power
line
play,
call,
we zien
missed
dat we
sweep.
er,
So
Yeah,
Dat we 2 of 3 kunnen pakken. Hè.
this is either going to be 3 or 4
Meten, meten.
for
What?
red. And
Ah,
you're already
dat heeft
hearing
hij moeten smijten.
Maakt dat uit? Ja?
Witt saying
niet
we're going to
midden.
play for a power play.
Jawel.
they always play or do a power play. I think that's one of their things here. And now the skip of.
Yeah, the guy not even in the match. Get out of the way.
Get out of the
Thank
way,
you.
you're blocking our view and you're not even in this game. It's
Ja, dat zeggen ze hè.
Yep.
so barely touching yellow there.
Red.
Or red here, yeah.
Plak hem direct helemaal op.
And now let's see what happens over. Barely touching. Well, I don't know. I still don't know.
Yeah, I can't even see the needle moving on this one. I didn't see it moving on the red one either.
No. Back to red because it was so subtle.
Ja. Maar
And it's
Almost
red, so that's
centimeter.
4, and that came down to half a centimeter.
Lag die
So
in de
4
Wow.
red.
Voor of er juist
This
op?
is big.
Ligt
That
die
was
ervoor?
that was
Lag
a
er juist
huge
op?
end for
Yeah.
Team Heylen there,
So
So
yeah,
allee, ja toch hè.
taking it back.
and I think this is something Team and Wim are going to talk about after this game, like what went wrong there, because this was actually just a communication error with
Yeah, just not calling the sweep. I think Wim was thinking more about, oh, they don't want the shooter to roll outside, but
now we're going to see power play for the last end.
yep, yeah, we really need to do
Oh.
add something to the scoreboard where we can have that, or a graphic where we can say power play.
Play. But just think of it. WiiT was leading 6-4 in the sixth end. They have this very, very huge mistake in the seventh end, and now suddenly they're facing a 2-point gap in the last end, and they have to try to fix things here. And this is just turning it from the sun is shining, birds are tweeting, it's everything is looking bright, and now
Ah, oké.
Now they need
Clouds
3
and
to
thunder,
win.
yeah.
Yep. The storm
3 to win,
rolled
2 to
in.
tie.
Tactisch. Ja, daartegen. Geel.
Right, so Team Heylen starting us off here
Ja.
in the 8th
Ja,
with a
Verreycken.
lead of 8-6 over WiiT. Jeroen starting it off, gonna play first and last stones for his team. This feels a little bit on the light side. Dirk sweeping it as hard as he can, trying to get it down there.
Are they going for a free? Remember when we had the power play situation and Dirk was like, "Why are you trying for a hard freeze? Just put it on the pin and put the guard in front of it. They can't take it out. That kind of stuff." Or is it
because
just
we were trailing? That's why
we were
they're
trailing.
leading, so they need to kind of take that stone out of play so it doesn't become usable.
Eentje hier in het rood leggen. Kom maar zo. Ja.
Now we can have a quick peek on the scoreboard over at sheet A, where we can see that housekeepers are leading 4-1
4-1,
against
yeah.
Critics. So
Yes.
virtually they are the runner-up, consecutive runner-up, because they were second.
They were second in the
Last
spring
season.
season, yes, last year.
Kind of
Yes.
confirming their position in Belgium curling as the runner-up
klein
team
tikje
of
meer.
Belgium curling, basically.
Nee, nee, nee.
The also
5
rans,
centimeter.
Ja.
Ja, daar naar beneden.
the best of what's left.
Best of the rest. Yeah, I hope they can increase their skill level and kind of peak towards the men's challenger, and hopefully we could have an interesting challenger event
Yep.
there.
It is kind of a shame that, they played their first match against Timo Verreycken and they didn't have any much ice time or preparation for it, and so it wasn't their best match of the season. you know, they've struggled in some matches, but still managed to win. So they've shown they've got some tenacity there. Trying to draw this one
That's
out
hard,
to the
that's
other
hard.
side of the house. Maybe a little
Een
bit
tikje
heavy.
hard.
It feels heavy. I think it's definitely behind T-line. The question is,
Zit.
where will it stop now?
Oké, mooi. Leuk, gewoon niet.
And team was happy with it. Now you can freeze up against it if you're Team Heylen.
Yep.
Cannot take it out yet. I mean,
But where they're putting their stone, their broom.
they're trying to draw behind their own red ones. 'Cause they cannot, or
not
can they
sure.
take it out?
No,
No.
there's no. It was only 4 stones
Yeah.
in play, so they need this 5th. This one needs to be in play first, or needs to be played. It doesn't need to stay in play.
Looks like a takeout speed here.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so they have to
Ja.
put it back. I'm not sure what happened there. Was it just? I can't imagine Dirk forgetting about the rules of curling
I think maybe he did.
because they went for a straight. I mean, it was an obvious attempt for a takeout. They put the broom, they threw the weight, so it was not like by accident they took it out.
Yeah.
Als er maar
Yeah.
hard is,
He's the
kan
way
je
he's
hier een klein
kind of put
tikje
his
bij.
head
Oh,
down.
no.
He realizes
The
what
master
he did.
lost it.
He realizes
He
what he did.
realized it.
Now it's funny because we played him in doubles last season. Yeah, and we tried to take out what
Yeah.
we shouldn't have, and then afterwards he said, "No, you shouldn't have taken out." Fortunately, we missed,
Ja, nu is oké.
so it wasn't as bad
Vooral snelheid.
as that. But yeah,
Dirk forgetting about the rules of curling. This is. Am I sleeping, John?
I know.
Pinch me in the arm. What's happening? Is this the real world?
Wow.
Was this real life?
Yeah. Is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. All right, no more because we'll get DCMA'd.
Well, as
Yeah.
long as you sing yourself, I think it's fine.
That's true.
Otherwise, karaoke bars would be in terrible trouble.
Well, they have to pay licenses
Yeah.
to run karaoke
Yeah,
bars.
because they
We're not
play the
even-
music as well.
Yeah, because we're not even doing that.
So Dirk forgetting about the rules of curling. I still can't get my head around that.
Yeah.
I'm going. That's the first thing I'm going to mention as soon as he gets off. Yeah, it's like, hey Dirk, tell me, explain it to me.
What
What happened? Yeah.
But Wayne is right. You know, he can go for the double and all will be forgotten. So, yeah, this one looks to be just a bit inside. So it's going to get one. Slides off and misses. The other also misses the run back. But
Heylen hasn't won yet.
they haven't lost it yet either. They still have a chance to
Yep.
hold a 2, maybe even force the 1. You know, they still have.
Like, imagine if you have that 4 end in the 4 house in the 7th end, but then you still can't seal the
Take it
deal
in
and you
house,
tie over a silly mistake as
Yeah.
forgetting the rules of curling and then just throwing a stone away.
Oh, this one has to get into the house.
Oh, it is in the house.
Yeah, that's gonna get there.
So
Oh, no.
it's behind T line, but sure, it's no panic there.
Pim would never laugh at Dirk. Well, he probably
No,
would,
no.
but would all be in good fun.
Now, we know that he sometimes forgets where he put his shoes, and I know that can happen, but forgetting about the rules of curling, that's just mind-blowing for me.
Oh, but you hid his shoes, though.
I allegedly hid his shoes. So there's no proof.
So another double opportunity here. So they can possibly get this out. It's going to take some weight.
It's an important one, and it's not really the hardest one. I think the yellow stones are kind of on the same line there, which means if you hit either of those stones on the inside, they should go out. Yeah.
But
deep
they're
down.
also far enough apart that you could just throw the stone right between the two.
Yep. So then it's a matter of communication, finding which option you're going for.
This
And
one's
this
gonna
looks
be all right. Yeah.
important. Double take out.
Very
Excellent.
nice stone there.
Excellent.
Click that.
Ja.
Yeah.
That
Dirk
will,
is
Ja,
extremely happy there, trying to keep
gaat
control of his
uitdraaien op een
emotions.
gelijkspel, hè. Oké, Wim.
They can still tie the game.
Proberen hier te leggen.
Still tie the game. It's still
Geef nog een
possible.
tikje minder ijs, hè.
now that first stone from Jeroen that didn't quite get down all the way at freeze. That's looming large right now because
Mhm.
it makes it impossible to get that yellow one out.
Yeah, that first stone had to be as close to the pin as possible to be kind of competitive and narrow down the scoring area for
Enkelsnelheid.
Wits. Is this one
Timo
too
coming
light?
out to help. No, this is going to get there. Timo's making sure, but it's going to get there. That's going to even be about T-line.
Yep.
Ja.
So, what are their options right now? Because just a plain takeout. Ideally, they can find roll all the way over to the other sides.
Yep.
That's not easy to do. Worst case is they miss the takeout. That's absolute worst
Yeah.
case.
Because then it's a draw basically into the house. I think that red one is just biting the blue, but it's not all the way in. So just getting anywhere into the house.
Yeah, I think just take it out. If there is an option to find a roll, we'll try to seek that roll. But plan A is get it out. That's the most important thing. Then it's up to Team Wits to play for that tie.
Yeah.
And if they find a little bit of a roll, the better.
I mean, Wit would still, even at the takeout, their shot would have to stay in the house.
Yeah.
The shooter. So
they
if it
cannot lose
over
the shooter.
curls, it's something, yeah. So, but first things first.
Unless.
Gotta
Oh
run.
no! Oh no!
Is this inside? Oh, it's inside a little bit. Needs to hold.
Oh, is he going to hold it? Oh, is it going to be tight?
Hey, come on.
Is the shooter going to? No, they will lose the shooter.
Shooter's out, but
They have it. I mean,
they prevent the loss. They
Yeah.
cannot lose the match. They can only
Pak maar die kant.
draw. So,
Rood,
but it's
wit.
just a
Oh nee, ik heb
draw
er
to the
straks zo
middle.
den draw gedaan.
Ah.
Dezelfde als zo.
It was either a draw or a drama, but it was the draw.
Still, well, they still have to make it.
They still have to make it, yeah.
Now
They still have
I don't anticipate Timo throwing us through the house.
I don't think
Andere
so. No.
kant, Wim.
Because of that redstone just biting blue, they have a very big house.
Ja, hij mag zelfs nog een tikje meer. Dank je.
Yeah, the shooter going out of the house didn't change anything,
No.
Wayne. So now we have seen Timo come up a little bit light before.
We've seen skips. I remember Stefan in with the VD game against Timo Verreycken. I've remembered also Tom van Waterschoot leaving something short.
Yep.
So there's this tiny bug in your head that could say, if you leave this short,
Ah, hij heeft
it's
voldoende.
screwed. But this is okay. I mean, even it can be all the way in the back of the
Yeah.
house.
This is a classic LSD. You need to make sure it's there. In my head, I would be screaming, have John from the Canadians screaming, make sure. But
this
that
is
one
the
is sure.
2 points
going
and
on
big
again?
relief, and we had a nice game. And it's tied all the way.
Dirk?
Relief there.
4 en naar 3 huis, dat is een pijnlijke.
Oof.
Ja.
Wow. Yeah, really good match from both.
Laten we laat.
I think
But
both
GG,
teams.
I really enjoyed watching
Yeah.
this game. It was going up and down, the roller coaster scenario. It had all of the stuff we really want from a game. It had trick shots, shot of the matches, interesting stuff. Luckily, no injuries. That was also a close one. But Timo
I
recovered
even
pretty
forgot
big.
about that. Yeah, Timo
Yeah.
going down in the third with
Oh.
calf injury, coming right back. And,
Yeah. And then we had misses on both ends. Heylen starting strong, then having a dip mid-game, but then coming back with that forehand because WiiT making that huge communication mistake, and then right after Dirk forgot about the rules of curling.
Yeah.
Maybe that cost them the game because they lost a stone. And I mean,
that's the thing. You know, it might even be shot of the match because that's just a thing that just doesn't happen. I certainly clicked it.
Yeah, shot of the match.
But wow, yeah. So that was some bit of curling there. A couple of hours of action packed the whole way. I think. Yeah, we can still laugh at Dirk, Wayne. That's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
But now, do they have to buy us drinks?
I think so. I think that should be the
I
rule.
think that should be
if you tie, you buy us drinks,
Yeah.
and that's only the fair thing to do, I guess.
You didn't win, you didn't lose, you don't deserve anything, but you should still be punished for it. Yeah. Now that leaves us with our prediction. We both were wrong.
We were both. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
But then we picked the same team, so it didn't matter. We
Yeah.
were gonna be both wrong or both right. But if we had picked separately, we would have been both wrong anyway.
Yeah. And now, since Dirk is right here, I'm gonna mention it again. So Dirk forgetting about the rules of curling, that's just mind blowing. How can you forget about the rules of curling if you were part of the Belgian Curling Association? If you're a senior member here, if we would do that kind of stuff, he would go onto the ice, pull us by our necks, and maybe just not throw us out of the arena. But then seeing Dirk do something like that, just forgetting about when to take out or not, I think this is for me the moment of the game, the season. Maybe one of the highlights of Belgian curling history. Who knows? I think if FC Dirk would know this happened today, they would burn their shirts.
Yeah, I think they would know more if FC Dirk. No more.
On that bombshell, I think we can say goodbye to the viewers who were here.
We're gonna let you guys know tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m. we have another doubles match coming up with between SD Rocks. This is mixed doubles between SD Rocks and Team Verreycken. Now, Team Verreycken, some of you know Team Verreycken from the WCT tournament last year.
European champion.
They're the European B champions, moving up to the A division. So, we're going to have them playing tomorrow night. So a team from England against a team from Belgium. 6:15. We'll be back. Probably not wearing the same color shirt as each other next time.
No.
Maybe. We don't know.
Who knows? And then, by tomorrow we'll know the result of our game, because the result tonight is also important for us because Curdia is still sitting strong in the Open Doubles League.
All right, we have
our main competitors just drawed here, so yay.
Yeah, we have a match tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We're going to be playing ourselves. Maybe we'll do a private stream and post a link somewhere. Maybe not. We don't know yet. We'll decide in the morning. But we will see you definitely tomorrow at 6:15. So until then, bye-bye.
Bye now.